Hey everybody, today we're breaking down the 4 main types of joints in the human body, and we're doing it with some hand-on models that I've made out of mainly cardboard, sponge, note cards, and ribbon, plus a little bit of breakfast there. We will be exploring bony, fibrous, cartilaginous, and synovial joints, so let's go ahead and jump in. Also, please just excuse the shakiness as I broke my tripod. So, first things first, we'll start off with our bony joint. The bony joint I like to think of as 2 puzzle pieces that permanently fuse together into one solid piece. These joints are immovable and often form as we grow. For example, the bones in a baby's skull fuse into a single bone in adulthood. Another good example here would be the epiphyseal lines in adult bones, where growth plates used to be. The top of the bone, the growth plate, and the diaphysis, which is the shaft of the bone, all fuse together to form one strong, long bone. Our second type of joints is our fibrous joints. These bones are held together by dense connective tissue like the sutures that you would find in your skull. This model shows 2 pieces held tight with strong fibers with minimal to no movement, but it's still super strong. You'll also find fibrous joints in places like your forearm between the radius and ulna. This type of joint is what allows your arm to rotate. And then you'll also find this type of joint between your teeth and jaw, represented by the pink here, and that is called gymphosis fibrous joints. Our third type is cartilaginous joints. Here, bones are joined by cartilage, represented by the sponge in the middle. It allows slight movement, perfect for cushioning. An example of this would be the discs between your vertebrae, which is represented here, your 2 vertebrae, and the disc in the middle, which it allows it to absorb shock and allows a slight flexibility, but not entire movement. You can see that here. This allows it to be squishy, slightly movable, but still strong. This is symphysis cartilaginous joint, which is your vertebrae, and the synchondrosis cartilaginous joint, represented here. This is like your sternum and your ribs when they're fused together here. And the last joint is our synovial joint. 2 pieces of cardboard, which represent bones, and the egg in the middle, which represents the joint capsule. This is the most mobile and common type of joint that we have in our bodies. The egg represents the joint capsule filled with synovial fluid that reduces friction and allows smooth movement. This can be found inside your shoulder, hip, knee, or wrist, where you find ball and socket, hinge, pivot, saddle, plane, and condyloid joints. Basically, all the fun motions that we have in our body come from synovial joints. I chose the egg as the best visual representation of synovial joints because the egg shell represents the fibrous joint capsule. The egg white, which you would find on the inside of the egg, is like our synovial membrane, where your egg yolk is a synovial fluid. And then that thin layer that peels off of the egg shell is like our articular cartilage. let's review. So we started off with our bony joint, which is fused and has no movement, like a puzzle. Next, we have our fibrous joint, just tied together, little to no movement. Then we have our cartilaginous joint, which is slight movement with squishy support. And our synovial joint, last but not least, which has fluid filled and lots of motion. Each joint that we have has a purpose, and together they help us move, grow, and stay strong. Thank you for sticking through this video, and I hope you all the best of luck while we learn about our joints.